Welcome to my apiary. It's Tuesday, August the 30th, 2022. So tomorrow is the last day of August. September arrives very soon. So now I'm able to get back to my work, and I was unhappy about not being able to work, and I'm unhappy about having to work now. I don't care for the heavy work of harvest. I like getting the honey in, and I like getting the value of that, and it's the money part. So you work all year for that, and that's what you have to do. But it just takes a toll. It is very difficult. Even though I have my lifter machine here, I have my bee escapes, I have my accessories here, smoker, etc. So I'm heading off to my out yard in order to set escapes. I'm very, very thankful I have a friend here today who's going to help me with that. So that means that one of us, probably me, will use the lifter to lift the honey supers up off the hive, and he will slide in the escape. It's a little more than that because he'll smoke them down best he can. He'll remove that queen excluder, and he's going to add patty, maybe two. We'll see how we feel about that. Maybe they'll take two. So that's what we're doing today, and I'm hoping we get all of these escapes set. I haven't counted them, but I've got probably, I don't know, about 40 of them or so here. Out yard will take 32, and then we'll come back to the home yard and do the rest. I want to show you a little bit about what I did to my escapes just now. Last year, well, I'll go back a little further. I run two kinds of escapes. This is a type that I've purchased, and I don't have very many. I have maybe half a dozen. They work well, and they're a cone system where the bees will, you set it on the hive this way, the bees find their way into these cones, and then they come out of the cone under the screen, and then from the bottom, they don't know to go through the cone. They just try to go up through the screen. They can't, of course. So they work very well. And one thing I really like about them is they have lots of space. They have lots of bee space here, because when those bees are coming down through that escape, it's very congested in the single brood chamber that's left. So these have a little more space for the bees to hang out. The escapes I built for myself, I built the triangle style of escape. Some people call it a Quebec escape. I don't know why. Something to do with Quebec, I guess. And you can see that how this works similar way. The bees go down through the hole. There's a sort of labyrinth kind of a thing here, and they go out the end, congregating the brood chamber. And then again, if they want to go back up, they tend to want to go this way, which they can't. Okay. One of the problems I find with this style is it actually uses the same screen that the other style uses, but because of congestion, the bees will back up in here, and they'll get their heads stuck through here, and they can't get out and die. So that I don't like. I've begun. This is 1/8 hardware cloth, number 8, and that's big enough for them to get their heads through. So I've started building this with aluminum window screen, and it's just a smaller mesh, and they can't get their heads through it. And the other thing, when I built these, I didn't leave much of a space here. So again, this is upside down, so you can see it's thin, and there's not a lot of space under for the bees to congregate after they go through. So last year, what I did was I had a whole whack of feeding shims that I had made sometime before, and so I would put on a feeding shim, then put my escape, and it just gave them a little more space. And I felt like that worked well. So then I was thinking, I'm going to build that in. It makes them a bit big and a bit heavy, but this is what I did. So I took my triangle escape, and I just screwed that, just drove a screw down through there, into that. So now I've got a nice space in there for the bees to congregate, and so I'm hoping that relieves some of the issues. You can see the window screen on this one. I put it's a smaller mesh, so they can't get their heads through it. So that is the skinny on what's going on today. The bee work is winding down now, so there's a couple of issues, not issues, there's a couple of situations I need to deal with in the apiary still. I've got a few mating nukes still that need to be checked, and then, you know, taken down if there's no mated queen. And if there is, then decide what to do with her. There's that combine that I need to check on. Couple I need to push down into one box. There's that swarm needs to be kind of moved up on the stand and put into one box. So there's a few things to do yet, which is nice. I'll try to get some video on this setting escapes deal, and I've done this before in other videos, so it's nothing new. It's a little bit boring, but you know, if you haven't seen it before, then you know, you'll see how I can use my lifter for that to save my back. I can lift, well, I mean, that lifter will lift a lot. That lifter will lift way more than you want to lift, because it becomes difficult to control. But because I have, see, this is a difference that my friend here is going to make today. If I'm working alone, then I need to lift. I need to do it one of two ways. I can lift the supers and then sort of contort myself and hold the lifting machine and get the escape in, which doesn't give me enough dexterity to take the queen excluder, put patties, you know, do anything like that. Or I need to set an empty box down, lift all the supers, pull it away, turn it around, set them down, deal with the hive, pick it up, put it back down. Because this particular model of lifter, as you know, it will sit by itself, but I don't like to do that. It just kind of is dicey because it's more like a hand truck than it is like a forklift. So that's the difference he's going to make today, because I can go grab the boxes, give them a good lift, and I can stand there and hold them. He can do the hive manipulation, and then I can just drop them back on the escape. So that's going to be a big help. It's going to make job go a lot faster, and it's going to not play me out nearly as fast. Okay, we made it to the outyard, and Paul is here to help me today. Paul, pretend like you're happy to be here. And so harvest 2022 is officially going to be underway here in a minute. I've got my box lifter 6100. Or what did I call it last year? A back saver 6100. And so I'm going to lift the box, and Paul's going to set an escape. I'll put a little bit of pressure, and then you crack it. I wonder if my lifter is going to cooperate. Paul's wearing a full suit and a veil and gloves, and I'm not. So maybe I should be hanging on to the... I think we can put these things kind of central, because I'm not going to be feeding them yet.
Sure. Closer to the center the better?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think over the brood is what you want to do, but... And, I mean, eyeball that. What does it look like? Does it look like
I'd say
there's
8
bees.
frames of bees
All right.
maybe 8.
Okay. We'll get that back on there. Oh, now I know why it wasn't working. I didn't take my keeper thing off. See how strong this thing is? It'll lift anything, and it'll even break my strap when I don't take it off. All right.
One down.
I was thinking, oh no,
The battery's already.
the battery's almost dead already. It was my my strap. Okay, one down, 33 to go. 30, or not 33, 31, but there's one there that doesn't have any, so 30 to go. It sure gets sticky. See, here's an invention I want, is I want something that will make the queen excluder stick to the brood box,
Yeah.
and not the honey super. The metal ones definitely are different that way.
They're harder to clean though. You just reuse these.
What's that?
These?
No, I put them in my wax melter.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I just have to make sure I don't go too hot.
You could do the same thing, I guess.
Yeah, I put them all in at the same time. About 70, I think it was 75 degrees.
About this. I'd probably say it's like 9 frames. It's a little stronger than
Okay, good.
oh, there. That's where I put it.
So we're using some escapes that don't have shims attached, and we're using some that do. Do you want me to? Do we want to work down this side and back the other, or
Maybe
what?
that's better.
What do we want to do?
Think?
Well, you got those stacked there. So tell you what, let me go to the other side,
Okay.
and then we don't have to move things twice.
Sure.
Because it's not a huge burden to roll this thing around.
No, let's see.
I would have liked to bring my lawnmower in here first, but I think this yard is all plastic.
Oh, drones. Not a lot, but.
Well, they can't get out, eh?
I guess. Yeah.
They're trapped.
Right. Now, for planning.
That's all right. It's not like I'm holding this up by hand, you know. As I use this more, the winch starts to sink more and more by itself. And it was new, it would stay up.
This one's a good strong 9.
Good.
Okay, you're good to go.
Good to know. Oh. It does that and it scares me. Give it a push to line it up a little bit. There we go. It's always something I have to do in the spring when I come in here, is to get my hives far enough from this fence.
Oh yeah.
So I can run my machine. And I think I'm okay. I got a little closer down there, I think. Surprising, eh? Not a lot of bees up there.
No.
Guess they're in the honey boxes or working. Hope so. There's 3 honey boxes, so it's got to be a decent colony. All right. We pulled that stack of supers and the queen excluder off, and we see a cage here. So obviously this was a requeen from my grafting project. I just want to see if everything worked out okay. My gut says maybe not, but we'll see. Remember I was talking about that. The frames, moving the frames will feel different in a brooding colony as opposed to a broodless colony. And when I moved those frames, they didn't feel like they moved quite as well as I had expected. But we do have milk brood there, so, and I can see cap brood on the next one. So since I have nothing to compare it to as far as moving the frames on different colonies, then it's just because today is what it is. I'm going to move this one in. We can get to work on that one a little more. Okay, so that seems to have worked out. Yay.
I can work. It's not light.
Well, good. That's the problem with those shims. Everything gets out of whack.
You happy with that? You want that? Oh no, it's not.
I'll just lever it back a little.
Yeah. There.
Yeah. All right. Might as well do this while I'm right here.
Yep. Got the brood chamber.
August. Oh, do I?
Now I think we're okay.
Even these 3 boxes don't feel that heavy. It's bloody plastic.
That one is stubborn.
Plastic excluders. You put it through a lot to save that $5. So it's a nice day. It's about 26, I think, out here. So the bees seem to be in a good mood. There's a little bit of forage off to my right. So hopefully, I'm told that the escapes work better in a little bit of a flow. So I'm hoping that that makes the difference. Sometimes my escapes don't work too well because I'm usually harvesting quite late, possibly into a dearth.
Harder to put them the wrong way up when the shim's on it.
Yeah. I'll tell you, this job is a whole lot easier with this lift and with a helper. And if you get the idea that maybe you want to switch jobs, you just let me know.
Oh, I'm happy.
I don't want to just do what looks like the easy job.
No, I'm good.
Which it's not really. It's kind of... It takes a while to get onto this thing.
Oh, hang on, hang on, hang on.
Thankfully, Paul is taking mercy on me. Fully dressed. I'm standing here with almost nothing. He's not just crashing things around just to teach me a lesson. Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Can't wait for YouTube to relay.
Yeah. There's no royalties though. There's no royalties.
No. Not yet. Yep.
I could probably run the smoker.
Oh yeah, wow. Unless you don't trust me.
No, well, you're doing a good job so far.
Oh, gotta get more patties.
So we're putting about a pound of Ultra B and a pound of Global patties on these just to use the Ultra B up. I still have a bit left from the spring. And then I have enough Global to do everybody. I still need to make some kind of a break
Oh yeah.
for this.
Okay, yeah, it's good.
Keep it from going down by itself.
Oh, we got like 8 frames.
Smoke, smoke, smoke. Oh yeah, pulling them out of the... Oh, smoke, smoke, smoke.
Sorry.
Here, I'll get the front. Did the frames come off now?
I think the frames are clear, just the excluder's still attached.
Okay, I'll bring it up then. They no happy. No happy bees.
Here, have some food.
It's not like a bear or something. You fill his mouth, he can't bite you, but they get you from the other end. Okay, I'll come around that side now. Work all the way down. Oh, I didn't get it quite straight.
It's all good. Oh, yeah.
Not happy with me?
This one's next.
Sure.
Oh, those are sticky.
They are. I think they got a lot of syrup in them. Take the smoker. All good?
Yeah. The excluder.
It's not laying back against the machine.
Okay, now you're good.
Give it a bit of a pull toward me. There we go. Oh, okay.
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
You want to put it down here?
Well, it should stay, but...
It's sliding up here.
Okay,
Eh?
all right, yeah, I see that.
I'll just balance it and you should be able to slower it, maybe?
Maybe. That arm maybe has to come in a bit.
Oh, yeah, I missed it.
It's not in there?
No.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes they slide. I think I want to drill a hole and put a pin there instead.
Okay, try that. Yeah, that's a good idea because it's a pretty standardized width.
For what I'm doing, it's pretty well always the same way because I never lift them the other direction.
Yeah. Even if you did, you could just put one.
Put 2 holes.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's that? Looks like there's a mole underneath there. There's a pile of dirt there.
Actually, yeah. What about on the other side too? A little bit, but not as much.
Maybe.
You gotta come a little towards me.
I can't.
Okay.
Take that smoker, and I'll just back up. One little bit of uneven ground. And
bring it up.
yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, sure helps when you're there to line it up. Okay. So this says check queen August 3rd.
That's now.
So if this didn't work out, then we're just gonna have a box of drones and unhappy worker bees.
Not the heaviest.
It's not heavy, but we need somewhere to put it anyway, so.
I don't see a drone.
Do you see a cage?
I don't see a cage.
Okay.
I see honey. Like,
Should we queen check it? That box isn't very heavy.
no.
Okay, it's gonna sit there. Okay, there was a note on the lid here. Check queen August 3rd. It doesn't feel good. Trying to find eggs with sunglasses on.
I'll let you know if you want.
Yeah, well, there should be more than just eggs.
Yeah, by this point.
If there isn't, and it doesn't look like. No. Now, there is a chance. I did do this a couple of weeks ago. I was doing this and thinking, oh darn, didn't work out, and then I went to dispose of it, and Queen's working her brains out above the queen excluder there. So she's in the second box. Because they aren't laying. Right? And I'm most
It's
of
actually been that long.
I'm most of a month late on this, so
Check the top box.
yeah. This appears to be just a box of honey. That's a decent looking box of honey, but there's definitely not a laying queen in it. Oh, maybe there is. No.
No?
There's a laying something, but it's not a queen.
Oh, son of a...
Yeah, well, it happens, right? I think so, anyway.
Did you see any other?
Oh yeah, look at this side.
Oh,
That's pretty nasty, eh? So I'm gonna shake these. See those old bees? They don't even hit the ground. They just fly away. Oh yeah, they're trying to make a queen out of an unfertilized egg. They just try their best. It's funny, I don't really see eggs though. like laying worker eggs kind of thing. There is some nice honey frames in it. Always come with spare boxes and things, right? And I didn't. I had another couple of boxes that would make this easier.
Yep, found myself there before.
Yep. We've drawn a lot of foundation this year. Last year too. Ooh, that one's nice and heavy. Textbook, eh? Yeah. Well, too bad that didn't work out. They'll have to get shaken out.
Yeah, shake the bottom now too.
I'll wait till I take the honey. I'll just mark it. I just wanted to do this on the off chance there's
Come across
something, you know, everybody I can get in the bottom, the better. I can just feel the wind coming up out of here. See, the thing is, I don't see any eggs.
That is weird too.
They should be everywhere.
It's really strange.
Okay, so let's set that scape. No patties, of course. And then I'll just fill that box back up. Yeah, I was just thinking at this point we could just put a lid on that.
Yeah, why not, right?
And then
just take this with us?
And then I'll just set that on something else.
Oh, yeah.
So then I kind of know what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just fill this back up. Oh, the stuff that slows you down, eh?
It's like making decisions sometimes too, like, should I try and save this one and put
Yeah.
another frame breed into something different, or should I just, keep moving?
I am not a fan of that.
Not
I mean,
at this point,
in May or June?
Not at this point in the year, no.
Yeah, May or June.
But
yeah.
It's like, I just mean those types of decisions that
Yeah.
sometimes I'm just plugging along, just trying to do the work.
Yeah.
And then you come across something, you're like,
And then you gotta totally switch modes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure. A couple of these honey frames look pretty nice.
Yeah. It wasn't total loss.
Oh,
They didn't have some,
that's the nice thing about a failing colony. They still make honey.
Yeah.
You get a little tiny nuke, working away, and they'll make honey. I gotta get rid of the hive tool. I can't do the machine and the hive tool. Stuck frames again, eh?
Yeah, you have the excluder, but you're clear though.
Just don't forget to pick up that other box. Put it on one of these over here that's got 3, or got 2.
Oh, yeah. That's okay. Now this. Jump.
I didn't do that one. I'll come around to this one just so we don't miss it. Let me give that a yank, it'll help. Okay?
Yeah, I forgot that that wasn't a hive I was leaning against. It was the box of the skate.
Oh, it started to slide on you.
Just moved.
It looked like you got stung by the thing, and he's wearing gloves.
Fortunately, I hadn't committed too much weight. Might have seen me go outside. Okay.
Sometimes just letting it sink is easiest.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I think my row did get closer to the fence as I went down.
Yeah, it actually looks like it does.
Well, nothing you can do about it now. Okay, hang on. Let me lift that for you.
Oh yeah.
I'm just fetching that
Put it on there. Or?
box. Well, no matter. We can put it on top there.
Oh, that box looks pretty good.
They look good, yeah. I kind of neglected this yard. I probably could have added a box or something, but I don't think they would have filled it.
So I put that backwards, or is there a front and a back? Yep.
It is backwards. My queen date is always the front. Not that it makes that.
As an inspector, I can pay attention.
Not that it makes that big difference. Yeah, you should be inspecting. I didn't get inspected this year.
I didn't inspect.
Yeah. You could inspect anyway.
What's that?
If you wanted. Inspect anyway.
Oh, yeah. By the time it was all kind of arranged, my schedule was already too committed.
Yeah. Well, I gave it up. I just couldn't manage the time commitment.
I like, and it's not worth the money.
I enjoyed it and made a little bit of money.
That's the thing, is like I enjoyed it, but like it was, the money was like a little treat, but it's not like if I really wanted to, I could pick up overtime if I work.
Yeah. I see. I don't really have that,
But,
so
it's nice to like, you know, it was nice to network and just to see other people, what they're up to, and
that's the benefit, especially for a new beekeeper.
and it's nice, like, it's also just like nice getting to know people. You know?
Yep. I loved seeing the variety of equipment and management styles. Some people, you know, their hives are silver lined, and some of them are lined with dog shit.
Yeah.
You know, just kind of whatever.
Well, I know some you get to and you're like, how am I supposed to get anything out of there without
Yeah.
lifting it?
Yep. All right. There's a story about the switch on this thing. I told you that I had to put new bolts in, the little screws fell out. But so when I bought this and I went to use it, I kind of thought to myself, well, that's not the direction I would have put this switch on. It's completely subjective, right? Which way the switch goes. But I decided that, no, I think it should go the other way. So I learned how to use it the way the guy built it. And then the screws fell out. And I thought, yeah, I'm going to change it the way I think it should be. And so now I don't know what the hell is going on. It's like, that's why I'm going back and forth so much.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, smoke from there.
Yeah, they're not happy. Smoker needs some fuel. Ow! Son of a gun, right on the finger. Right on the smoker finger. I was smoking and she come and got me in the little finger. Oh, has that ever hurt?
Your tea drinking finger?
Yeah, that's right. That's the little finger that you leave sticking out when you're drinking tea. There goes my tea time for the next couple of days. Okay, no more of that stinging the beekeeper stuff. It's just not allowed. So yeah, you wear a suit. I don't wear a suit because I have an agreement with my bees. Stinging the beekeepers against the rules. Of course, my bees are anarchists, so they don't give a shit what I think. I don't know if I'm allowed to say shit on my channel or not. We'll find out.
We missed.
Missed, eh? I'm gonna back it off a bit. Gotta push it in. In there?
Yeah, it's gonna catch it but barely. Just leave it there, because when this is, you can kind of appreciate how far it needs to go. Lean it forward a bit.
Well,
this should touch, shouldn't it?
yeah, it should. That's kind of what I'm trying to accomplish, is get this thing in there like that. That's why I put that there.
Yeah. Okay. It was gonna catch, but just.
Yeah.
Now it looks like. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think the yield is going to be short. This yard should be 3 boxes and probably 15% of them with 4. And we never got more than 3 boxes.
Yep.
This big tree here too. I'm sure one day that tree's gonna fall down on my beehives.
Yep.
I come out here, it was a couple of years ago, I think, maybe last year, I'm not sure. Big windstorm. I come flying out here thinking, oh, there's gonna be a mess.
Maybe, yeah.
Nope. I'll take that.
Oh boy.
A little bit of smoke. We didn't do that side there. I better come around.
Nah, these two, yeah. Or it's going.
That feels a lot better. Smoke, smoke, smoke! Here, I'll get that.
Have some pollen.
Always got to be this guy doesn't want to wear a jacket.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to move this over a little. Sure is heavy.
Good.
It's nice. It's like a big bag of money.
You go higher.
Sorry. That's my orientation problem.
It is almost too tight, right?
Yeah. But it's almost like it has to be. You gotta admit that box is a little different, so it might be just a little different.
Okay.
We'll find out. But they're not happy. It can work really well, so if it's not, then I just don't have it set up right.
It was working great.
Yeah. See, it's a little,
It's too tight.
it's a little too tight, but
If you did it one. Take
okay.
your side out just a hair, I
Yeah.
think, right?
Yeah.
Side.
Give it a little push. All right.
Oh, it's light.
Yeah, that's
Rude.
kind of. That little bit of a flow, like I was saying, I hope it'll help with the clearing of the bees. That's what Ian was telling me anyway.
You know what the overnight temps are?
They're getting down 10, I think.
That's probably helpful too, I would guess.
I don't know. I always thought it did, but well, I don't know. I always relied on that, and then people started to tell me, no, it has to be a flow to drive them down. So I'm not sure. Because I've had these on with low overnights, and they didn't work. I'm gonna let go of this.
Yeah, you got the smoker?
Yeah, that's why I gotta let go of it. Uh-oh.
That's good.
Is that one on the other side done? I'll go around there. So that long lifter I was telling you about,
Yeah.
my current position here in this yard really wouldn't work for me.
Right.
Unless I turn the hives, I guess, which I really don't want to do. Seems like if I turn the hives, I'd use up a lot more space here. I've really taken a liking to this, putting my pallets facing each other like this.
Yeah.
Just exactly for this reason. You're sitting there, right?
Yeah.
I don't work in front of my hives ever. I don't know how people down south do it. When I'm working outside, you know, my hive tool there, it's too hot to touch now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how they do it. So what happened in this yard when I moved them in, I don't move until, you know, mid to late June. And when I moved them in, I ended up finding a bunch of swarm cells.
Oh.
So I actually made 9 nukes that day. And then, you know, there was a few, like that one then had queen issues.
Right.
That I had to solve. Should measure this distance so I get it right next year. That is stuck it. Tip it back, eh? There. There's some honey there.
Yeah.
Don't give out on me.
Yep.
Beautiful. This is the kind of thing I end up doing when I don't have space.
I guess it's better if I pry from the other side and we'll naturally tip it back.
Yeah, maybe. Last one.
These are boxes you cut.
Yeah, there's some old boxes I cut down. Boy, that was scary.
Why is that a little cutout?
That was scary doing that, hitting the nails.
Oh yeah.
I believe we are done.